Just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby.
Ready, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
And now
it's here.
or shall I say, I am. Mama said that there will be days, literally, just like this. Come on. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove from my studios to yours? Backed by Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. And as well is Sleeper, not number one, but ultimately quadruple number one in everybody's hearts, mind, soul, and sinew. 5, 4, 3. Come on with it. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. No San Fran. If you get what I'm saying. Oh, I'm canceled now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Let's get it. Yeah. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my Alita la raza, mucho elegante. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in today. Everything is great. Appreciate y'all. The offseason is longer than Shaq feet. Wemby's back. Jay Leno's Chad. And somebody sent me a picture and a photograph of Natalie Nunn's face. Yes, it's longer than that. Yeah, baby. Shout out to Natalie Nunn and all of the baddies, though. But, hey, it is for what it is. It is for what it is. Cowboys Nation and everyone that's listening, the name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, we got some things we got to talk about, baby. Of course. February the 2nd, one of these days, it will be a holiday outside of Groundhog's Day. Yes, it's the birthday day for Law Nation Sports. Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah.
Told me it was my turn.
Yeah. Hush.
It's my turn.
Hush, because at the end of the day,
does it better. They can come closer than close. Yeah. Original, they never will be.
they said original they would never be, man.
Sacrifice.
Shout out to all of the people with the sacrifice, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, so this offseason, of course, shout out to Clarence Hill. You know, he got a chance to talk to a few guys, a few fellas, a few good guys that represent the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. And I thought it would be nice to start off with that. If that okay with you guys, I appreciate y'all. And if I offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart, okay? Cowboys Nation. Let me know if y'all can hear audio. Shout out to DLLS Media too, by the way.
It's important offseason. We know we got to get that side of the ball right, but we got to make sure that we aren't complacent with what we've done on our side of the ball. We've got to get one of our guys signed and make sure that we take a big step on offense as well.
You said getting one of your guys signed.
Yeah.
Which one you talking about?
Yeah, the guy out here. The guy out here that doesn't have a contract. No matter whichever way that they got to do it, he's an important piece of this offense, important piece of what we're trying to do. And so leave it to those guys. Obviously, if I need to get involved, I've said it before, I will. But confident in Jerry and everybody who makes those decisions and how much he means to us.
No doubt. So that's Rain Dakota Prescott. And he's talking about George Pickens. He's talking about being able to make sure that we don't have to go through the same rigmarole. Now, I don't know about you all, but hey, where's Jerry at? Because Jerry haven't been speaking for a long time. And normally we would have heard from Jerry from now, right? Normally we would hear something. Appreciate you, King.
At Kingcrest SHHH $433.10. Happy Born Day Og.
Salute. All right, appreciate y'all, man. I'm hearing echoes on my end, so we're going to try to figure out a way. Did y'all hear echoes? Let me know in the chat. But shout out to you all. And I thank you so much, King, for your support. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all didn't hear any echoes and the audio is straight. Put a 3 in there. We're cross-pollinations of the nations. We are live on Instagram as well, so we're doing something new. Shout out to all of the modules there. So that are you guys hearing echoes now? Sounds of soft souls and the echoes. We're going to get it right, though. Hold on, baby. It don't take long to we building the plane as we fly over here, okay? All right, so we got to make sure that the shoring is okay. Appreciate y'all so much. If you on the Instagram, that's where the echo is at. Put a, yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate y'all so much. Okay, yeah. Let me see if I can fix this right quick. It shouldn't be long. Let me know. All right, so that should fix some of the echoes there, I think. If not, then we'll wrestle through this. No? Okay. Y'all heard echoes? Okay, no? Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Only when AI teachers speak? Okay, so we would deal with double AI teachers, you know. Shoot, I know a lot of people. Boy, I'm in some specialized research program with the AI, so no lies. We're going to get things moving, okay? All right, so with that being said, I thank y'all so much for the love and adulations, okay? All right, so Pickens, I know that we are about, and let's talk about the actual factual, shout out to him. Let's talk about those things because we are right now, as it relates to the remunerations of what we need to pay out and stuff like that, we are about $28 million in the hole. If you round it up, $29 million, right? So one restructure of a contract can get us up out of there. Another super chat. Appreciate you.
At Creativage $111.20. Happy B-Day Allah. Been listening to you for a good little minute now. Always good content. God
Appreciate
bless.
you.
Bruh.
Appreciate you.
Enjoy your day. Playa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll take that all the way to the bank. Creative Edge 1111. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for the support. Man, you provided to my Hennessy fund here, so that's what makes my skin smooth. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support, your love, and adulations. But we are about $28 million in the chute, and that is something that we're going to have to fight and claw ways to get out of there. But let's listen to this right quick.
I mean, it's a very possibility. Everything in life is a possibility. But we definitely could have used Michael Parsons. I mean, it's a very possibility. Everything in life is a possibility. But we definitely could have used Michael Parsons.
This is my guy, man.
Look at my African American over here.
Yo, man. Shout out to Clarence, man. No one stirs the pot better than him. And I would say this. Of course, we could use Michael Parsons, but let's not paint ourselves into a room of not being able to get out of it. We got Quentin Williams. We got Kenny Clark. Shout out to the Parsons. Shout out to Mama Parsons, Brother Parsons, all of the Parsons, by the way. But it's time for us to figure out how we can make the Dallas Cowboys better, right? Right now, he the ops, and I get it. Shout out to him. But it is a situation. How do we go forward without a Parsons and with Christian Parker now in the building? I think that what we're going to see is a different kind of caliber of team. When you have a technician, when you have someone that's willing to teach these guys and being firm in his delivery and his approach, that take care of everything. And I truly believe that the Cowboys can do just that. Granted, last season was last season, but we're seeing that this team is being assembled with guys that with high energy. I don't think that I shared this with you guys the last time I was live, but let me see if I can pull this up right now. This was Derek Ansley, who was pretty much signed with the Cowboys just a few days ago, and he's going to be the passing game coordinator. Listen to him.
Now. We either got to go take the ball away, take it away, or get the out of the field, throw it out. That's it. Ain't no in between.
Ain't no in between.
Or get 3 it out. Let's get the out of the field. They ain't slowing down number 10 on out and White. Get him some more possessions out there, baby.
Yeah. Listen properly.
Hey, there we go.
We need that.
There we go.
We want that, baby.
There we go. Bend your knees. Let's go. Get ready to go. See the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Listen properly. Yeah.
Stay up. That way play big out there, baby. Trying you. They're trying you out there on the red line, bro.
It's something about belief, and it's something about operating within the confines of that belief. When you believe in something, then you fight towards that same thing that you believe in. Shout out to you, Jeremy Betts. Thank you so much for the money. PayPal, man. Boy, shoot. Every day need to be my birthday around here. I'm just messing with y'all. Thank y'all so much. What we can say is I don't think that the Cowboys had that kind of caliber of energy last season, right? Of course, we had a Bangazi. Of course, we had some guy named Overstreet. And it looked like we were thrown under the street, especially in the DB category. Everybody getting burnt like toast that's been pretty much in the toaster too long, coming out blacker than out of the nights that cover me, black as a pit from pole to pole type of groove. So it's good to see that these guys are willing to teach these guys some new things. And as we said earlier, the contagious aspect of the elements of that. Let's listen to this real quickly.
Stop right here.
Yeah.
We make these go 3 and out here, and this complete game turns right now. We got to be focused and locked in. Perfect communication, tackling, and execution. Y'all got me? Go step on these right now. Stop right here is when ass whooping start.
Look. He said that's when ace whooping start. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for us to be dominant to that degree, not no docile. Even to this point. When you see that lion with teeth or you see that mean dog with teeth, you know not to play around with it. But last year, it seems as if, though, we went into games, we went into focus points, and they were sitting there saying, oh, look at the cute and cuddly dog. I want one. And that's what every single quarterback seen when they played against our defense. A dog without teeth, cute and cuddly. Man, even the Shih Tzu probably had more bite than our defense last season, by the way. So now that we have a dog mentality with razor sharp teeth, and when you see that lion and you see that animal and you see that real mean beast, you're not finna go over there and say, hey, I want to be able to pet it and cuddle next to it and all of these things. No, because you know for sure that there's consequences and repercussions with it. Down, boy. Yeah. So that's why the offseason, the framework is so important. And I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on any of the guys. I do know that defense is reactionary, right? But if you don't know what you're doing, it don't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how fast you can run. But if your reaction time is not there because you try to pick up what somebody's trying to tell you and you're not pretty much like this, man, you can knock the biggest person down, right? So now it's looking like this Cowboys team from a coaching aspect or philosophy is that we're going to be hungry. We're going to be able to get things going. Appreciate you, Elijah. Thank you so much. Shout out to your auntie. I see you in the chat. Thank you. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this particular mindset to be just on 10. Now, the Cowboys, we do have 2 first-round draft picks, and we are seeing the weakness of our particular division, meaning that there's a team in the NFC East that we're taking some of their strengths away from them. And now all of a sudden we are hearing that their defensive coordinator is saying to everyone, hey, I'm thinking about retiring. And there's a saying, once you thought about it, you might as well do it. And that is Vic Fangio weighing in on his future as the Eagles defensive coordinator. Before I go into that segue, I just don't want y'all to sleep on anything without sleeping on the right thing. And that will be your number 1 fantasy app, not 2, not 3, and that's it right here.
Sleeper is the number 1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. Download Sleeper. Use promo code LAW. $20 for me to you is added to your account without hesitations, no deviations to it. When you download the app with the $20 holler, keep this in mind. When you put $100 in, they will match up to that $100. So that's $220 in your pocket. We're using quick math, by the way. So I would love for you guys to do just that with the number 1 fantasy app of the world, and that is Sleeper. Pay attention to this right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Vic Fangio causing Eagle fans to freak out over social media, thinking about stepping in. Why would they let Christian Parker get away if this was coming?
Well, if he wasn't making up his mind, there was nothing they could have done about it, because they can hire Christian Parker away because he didn't have the title. So if Fangio was just dragging his feet, they may have been like, we'd love to let Christian Parker, we'd love to get an answer here and hire Christian Parker to be our defensive coordinator. Vic's taking too long. And so if Fangio was just dragging his feet, which they said, I think I read from one of the Zach Berm, or one of the guys who's the Eagles writers, he had said that, I guess it was like a week and a half ago, they thought he had retired. Like Philadelphia had gotten the indication they thought that Fangio had said, I'm retired. And that then it had become a little unclear. And so, I don't know, it may just be an issue of Fangio didn't give them a proper timeline.
Yes, indeed. I love this right quick. Even though that have nothing to do with us right now, but we just took checkmate. We just took one of their biggest and brightest futures of the mind, and we got them on our side, right? Remind me of the Lion King. When Timon and Pumbaa, when they saw the little lion cub, and they said maybe we can take him and he can be on our side, right? And train him up our ways. So shout out to Christian Parker, because we got more reinforcements now on our side, and that's a good thing, Cowboys Nation. I can't wait to see how all of this materialize. And there's a great coach, Hall of Fame coach, by the way, Bill Parcells, who said once you thought about retiring, you retired, right? So this is news to our ears, and I can't wait to see how all of this is going to go down the fray, because you got to understand that the offseason, I've heard so many people say, well, Law, why don't we wait on Schwartz? Hey, Law, why don't we wait on Leonard? Law, why don't we wait on other premium guys? Well, the Shriner Bowl came and went, right? The Senior Bowl came and went, right? We got the Pro Bowl, which is, glorified flag football. I wish they just give that up. I didn't even watch the Pro Bowl, by the way, so let me know if y'all seen it. So you got all of those things that you have to make sure that your staff is assembled so that when you go into this this draft pool, that everybody be on the same page and no one singing from a different hymnal. That's what old folks say from Mississippi. So what I'm getting at is that we got our staff assembled. We got some newness to our staff as far as rejuvenation of energy because a lot of folks are young. And I know, y'all heard the saying, write this down. A new broom can sweep that floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. I get that. But Jerry Jones should be the old broom at this point. Let these new brooms, as it relates to the defensive coordinators, figure this out. It's been 30 years, 30 seasons, right? So now we need to do something crazily. Oh, the Pro Bowl ain't until Tuesday now? Okay, well, shoot. That's how much I haven't even paid attention to the damn Pro Bowl. Shout out to you. I thought it was this Sunday, so that makes it even more. Y'all see how out of the loop I have been, on all of this. So the Pro Bowl is Tuesday. Pardon me. See, who keeping up with the glorified flag football day? My bad. So Pro Bowl is tomorrow. So shout out to the Pro. I might still watch it there. I might watch a few of these guys that's in T-shirts and shorts and throwing the ball around. They might as well elect me to be in the Pro Bowl at this point. But let's talk about the first round picks and the experts. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan.
So the way they're doing this is they're taking the weighted average value, which is Pro Football Reference's attempt to assign a single number that represents how valuable that player was to a team each year, and then just take that cumulative scoring. So Dallas had been pretty good. They were 9th in the Garrett era, or they were 8th in the NFL in the Garrett era in weighted average value among NFL teams with their first-round picks. So since that time, they've taken CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Tyler Smith, Mozzie Smith, Tyler Guyton, Tyler Booker. There's a couple difficulties there with Mozzie, and so far Guyton. We'll see where that goes. By the way, I was interested to see Micah Parsons, even though he played one fewer season already than Lamb and was out for a significant portion of other seasons, his weighted average value is still 3 points higher for his career than CeeDee Lamb's.
Wow.
So that shows you what kind of a game record he was. But
no doubt. But before we go into this, let's pull back the veil of truth with all of this. And let me ask y'all this. What was the last draft class that we did an excellent job at? Can y'all give me the year, if possible? Can y'all provide me the year? Because we're going to go back to, let's say, 2021, right? That was the Parsons draft class. And don't shank me with the butter knife, man. Shoot, don't shank me with the butter knife. I'm not trying to beat these boys up. All right, so in 2021, of course, we drafted Parsons, right? He was a value added to this particular team, a game changer, but one can argue that our eyes were set on Pat Surtain and then someone else, and then something happened, whereas the Giants, they had an absolute chance. They traded back, and that's why I'm not team trade back guy. You just go ahead and get whatever you can. Remember, in this draft in 2021, the damn Giants, they traded off from Parsons, off from Smitty, off from another guy, and they went all the way back and got Kadarius Toney, right? And it just fell into our favor that Parsons was right there with that 12th pick. And, of course, we got Parsons. He changed a lot of good things for us. And then we went back with the second pick and got Kelvin Joseph. We went and got Osa Odighizuwa. We got Chauncey. Shout out to him. He's in Giants land now. Nashawn Wright. He's in Chicago land now. Jabril Cox, I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he's Uber Eatings or if he's working at Walmart and them. Y'all let me know where Jabril Cox at. Joshua Ball, we went and got him. Simi Fihoko. We got Quentin Bohanna, Israel Mukamu, and Matt Farniak, right? So those were our guys from that particular draft class. One can argue that this particular draft class was kind of like a hit and miss, right? We got some guys that we can relate to as far as the value chart added, and that's why this offseason we got to make sure that we hit. We got to make sure we hit. Shout out to you. You got us. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for becoming a sponsor on the show. Thank you, Jay Fuller. Thank you so much for becoming a sponsor. You got it states peace law. The like button turned into a soccer. You appreciate you. Thank y'all. Kick it around. Hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate you. So when we look back at this, okay, that was the spot, the shining light. We have Parsons and then we have Osa, right, out of this draft class. JV boy said Jabril Cox is security guard at Dollar Tree. Man, leave my guy Cox alone. Shout out to him though, and all of the LSU guys, man, that came from that program, by the way. All right, so with that being said, we went into 2022. We got Tyler Smith, Sam Williams, Jalen Tolbert, Jake the Snake Ferguson, Matt, well, let's go. The famous trade from Amari Cooper to, well, let's go. Deron Bland, Damone Clark and them, John Ridgeway, Devin Harper. Those are the guys that we managed to get on this team. One can argue out of that list, of course, Tyler Smith being all-pro and all of those good things was a good pickup for us. And then Deron Bland, he got the feet problem. Hopefully, my thing is with Deron, $92 million worth. The Cowboys looked at him and said, okay, now we got a technician with Christian Parker, with Ryan Smith. Hopefully these guys can help elevate his game back to those good standings, because these last 2 seasons been dog boo-boo, right? So it is for what it is. So 2 out of this draft. So what we're looking at is a common trend. And I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I'm pressed for time. You know, it's birthday. We got to go get some. I got to get me a tomahawk steak, baby. So, all right. So I'm trying to rush this through, speeding it through, Speedy Gonzalez law, right? I would say what we're looking at is an average of about 2 starters that could really make real impact in as it relates to guys that you draft, right? So that's why most of us said, F them picks, man. We don't need them picks, man. Yeah. We don't want them picks, man. We just want guys that can make impact now, because that window, it closed really quickly, right? And then in 2023, we had Mozzie Smith. I don't know if the Jets going to keep him, right? If not, he would probably be in one of them rides. Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, shout out to Mozzie Smith. Mama Smith, hey, shout out to Mama Mozzie. I'm not trying to shoot anything at you, but I'm just saying. He was a former first-round draft pick. He went to the Jets. We hope all is well. All right, this is another thing. Luke Schoonmaker. DeMarvion Overshawn. We went back to a Fihoko, and we got a Fihoko. How do you say that man's name? And we got Awesome Richards. We got Eric Scott, you know, and we got Deuce Vaughn and Jalen Brooks, right? So out of that particular draft, we only see impossible, and I'm not trying to beat up Schoonmaker, but if I'm the Cowboys, the first thing that I would do, as soon as the league open up, I would get on the phone and say, hey, Mike McCarthy, man, how you been doing? Yeah. We got a Schoon and a maker for you. You know, I would try to trade off Schoonmaker to get something back in return, because in my opinion, you just spent $52 to $54 million to Jake Ferguson, who's been a shell of himself last season. All I can say is, even though he's in Pro Bowl, shout out to you, I'm trying to get more and more reps and more opportunities to Brevin Spann forward. I'm trying to keep him, and I'm looking at it like I got to overload in that particular department. So I'm trying to get something back in return for a Schoonmaker, and hopefully Mike McCarthy sees something out of him where we can do a trade situation. That's the point I'm trying to make for this whole particular situation as it relates to this drafting. So out of the 2023, if Overshawn don't make it, then we're sitting in a bus for Jalen, a bus for Tiny Deuce Vaughn, a bus for Eric Scott, a bus for Awesome Richard, a bus for Fihoko and them, a bus for Schoonmaker, and a bus for Mozzie Smith. Right? So that's why I say, man, F them draft picks, man. Give me somebody that can help me win right now. And that's what we should be looking for, right? So my only hope would be DeMarvion Overshawn can overshow us some good stuff out there on the field. And even though we only had a Costco sample size for Overshawn, I need to see more and more. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm looking at it, right? And then let's get rid of this right quick. And we stroll all the way up to 2024. Appreciate your common sense, Lab. Thank you. We stroll up to 2024. Justin Rogers, he's gone. Is Nate Thomas still here? But I know Ryan Flanor can give me something. We still got a big old question mark with Kalen Carson's. Mears live foul. He went a whole season without us being able to properly evaluate him because of coaching ties, right? And I'm going to only speak from the outside looking in. We wasted valuable reps from him by putting a Sanborn out there and a Wilson and to a degree Kenneth Murray. If they are equally, play the youth. And that's why the whole last season, we should have had at least Mears live foul out there, right? And we didn't do that. So now we got to wait a whole nother year to even understand who Mears live foul is. And I think we got us a damn good player out of him, right? But we don't know because the coaching staff, and that's why coaching matters. You know what I'm saying? That's why absolutely coaching matters. And I'm going to put a question mark by Mears. We know that Cooper Beebe is class personified. All right, we're not going to speak on those things with Marshawn Nealon. There's still big question mark reservation for Tyler Guyton. We need to see him. I'm hearing people are talking about kicking him to the right side, right? And just going into this draft and maybe drafting a left tackle or go into free agency and bring in a left tackle. I'm hearing all of that stuff, and we'll see what we can do. Somebody says Nate Thomas was starting last season. Nate Thomas played last season badly. Yeah. Come on. Oh, my gosh, man. Wait a minute. Almost legendary. What you mean? What you mean? Hold on, man. Almost legendary says that live foul sucks. How you know?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Wait a minute, man.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I mean, we barely got a chance to really see him, right? I said our future should have been Shamar James, live foul, and Overshown, right? Overshown was fighting to get back into the field. So now, if we go into the draft and we draft a Sonny Styles, oh my God, he can't beat out Murray. That's politics, man. Political. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. And I'm not trying to beat up Murray. Shout out to Murray. There's no way, man. If y'all pull up now there's a saying that not everybody's lying, right? And shout out to Murray, man. I have no ill feelings towards Murray as a person, but as a person who been following. Look, I know I may not look it, but I was following this team before Jerry Jones bought the team, right? And Jerry Jones might have bought the team financially, but I was already bought and sold into this team emotionally before Jerry Jones had the money to buy the team financially. And as a person that was following this team before Murray knew his ABCs, right? And 1, 2, 3s, we all know that we wants to win. But there have been multitudes of games that in the middle field that there's been issues. Now, I don't know whether we're going to put that all on the coaching, but, man, you can't find me multitudes of plays of saying, man, that Murray was a difference maker. And on top of that, not everybody's lying. Not everybody's lying. It would be one story if Murray was playing like dog food just here. And on the other teams, he was playing lights out. But everywhere he's been. So you mean to tell me everybody's lying? You know? And I'm just saying, like Murray, man, he literally cost us a lot of doggone games in the middle of the field. He played so poorly and terrible that all of a sudden, that it made the secondary look even worse than what it is. Now, I know we don't go by these scores on PFF and all of these sorts of things, but man, what do they have to grind about him? Out of 88 linebackers in the National Football League, shoot, you get 40 for just putting your name on the test. They graded him a 38.8. Yeah, and he was ranked 86 out of 88 in linebackers in overall grades. In run defense, the brother was skid marked dead last, 88 out of 88. Now, everybody's not lying, I mean, come on, Murray. Now, if I get it, I will understand if we seen some type of passing grades of Murray. But, man, hey, man, Murray was playing so bad, I was sitting there like, man, bring back LVE with a half of a neck,
Please come home.
What we got? I got bees and bologna. Shit. Hey, man, he costing people jobs, man. You know what? I know what it is.
This is where we hold.
I know what it is.
This is where we fight.
I know exactly what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I know what it is. We should keep Matt Eberflus and just get rid of Murray.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just saying, not everybody's lying, man. Hey, I kid you not. I know for sure. I can bet you my bottom dollar. I can be ranked 88 amongst 88 linebackers in the National Football League. I can be ranked skid marked dead last. Come on, everybody in the chat, I know JV boy, he could be ranked 88 amongst all 88 linebackers in the National Football League. Who else? Let me see somebody. Almost legendary. Come on, man.
You merely adopted the
Oh, my God.
I was born in it.
But shout out to Murray, Mama Murray, Daddy Murray, all of the Murrays, OU Murrays. I'm not trying to pick fights at y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying for what I can say, But don't come after me. Don't shank me with the butter knife for spitting the truth over here. All right, so where was I? All right, let me get on up out of here, man. All right, so Murray. Murray, I said that last time. Murray started liking all of my Instagram posts. Like what did you say? You want me to take it back? Come on, man. Yes, indeed. They say, Law, Murray gonna fool around and hit you. All I can say is just hit my good side. You know what I'm saying? So I get some of that coins over there. Yeah. They say Murray gonna shank you. Yeah. Hit this side right here. Jeez, boy. Yes, indeed. But shout out to Murray, man. No shade at him, but damn, man, come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
All right, neither here nor there. All right, so we got Tommy. He was drafted last season. I think that he's somewhere on somebody's practice squad. Phil Maffa, he was drafted. Jay Toya. Hopefully he can put some of that peanut butter infused with creatine and get his size and stature all together, and he can be that one tech for us down the stretch. And we do know that, with one techs, it takes about 2 to maybe 3 years before you see anything materialize. So shout out to him. Johnny Cornelius, I think we got something out of him. I think that Johnny Cornelius, I think that we got something out of him. I'm just saying. Spartans! I think we got something out of him. Shamar James, I like what he can do. Jadon Blue with the Sam Club sample size last season, at the last game. I saw something out of him. Chavon Revel, we're going to be waiting. I think that Chavon Revel, you can pop a champagne bottle now, bro. Don't drink too much. Just for one celebratory drink this offseason, because you're going to have somebody, a teacher, an educator. You should be a whole lot better than what you was last season. And, of course, if you're healthy, you're wealthy, and with his knees and synovial fluid, that should be getting going. So he's going to be okay going into the 2026 season. Donovan Ezaraku, I like his skill set. I love what he was able to do as far as creating pressure. He just got to get the tools together. Sometimes you don't always get a Michael Parsons type of productivity year one, right? So that's how I'm looking at it from that aspect of it, Cowboys Nation. So I'm cool with him. right? I'm cool with him. And then last but not least, Tyler Booker. You can book it. I like what he's able to do, ladies and gentlemen, by being that rookie and being an enforcer on that line, right?
Cumulatively, they're at 193 total points there. So then you look at who Mel Kiper had mocked to the Cowboys. 2020, Xavier McKinney, who was a Pro Bowl player. 2021, Patrick Surtain. 22, Tyler Smith. And if Patrick Surtain would have been there at 10, that's who they were taking. 2023, Dalton Kincaid, the tight end. 2024, Tyler Guyton, offensive tackle. He nailed that one. And then 2025, Omarion Hampton, running back. The average value when you combine all those, and you got to remember, Surtain's in there. And he picked Tyler Smith, who the Cowboys picked in Guyton. So there's some mirroring there. He's still 40 points off of what the Cowboys had in weighted average value. He's at 156. Daniel Jeremiah had projected to the Cowboys as his picks.
Right. So Daniel Jeremiah, let's see what he's due far as his projected pick. Shout out to my guys over here, 105.3 The Fan. Let's listen to what he said.
And these, we would be very unhappy if these had been their picks recently. 2020, C.J. Henderson, who got traded by the Jaguars, I think, at the end of his first season. Really, really bad.
Florida?
Yep. 2021, J.C. Horn, who good player but has not stayed healthy. He only just kind of popped off last year or 2 years ago.
Right.
2022, Jahan Dotson, who was a massive bust for Washington.
Yes.
2023, Luke Musgrave, tight end for the Packers, who has not been healthy. Fine player, but not a first-round player.
Hey, he tore that Musgrave tore our ass up. He tore us up in that damn playoff game in 2023, and that's all it takes, man. But I'm hearing what he's saying. Shout out to Musgrave and them.
2024, Graham Barton, the center, who Zach Wolchuk was in love with. And then 2025, his best projected pick was Tet McMillan, the wide receiver. So if you look at that, the weighted average value is 77 from Daniel Jeremiah's picks, which is way off the pace of what the Cowboys do. Now, so the way they're doing...
So... That's why I say the draft is always a crap shot, right? There's known commodities and there's the unknown commodities, you know. And there's always somebody that you don't know. That's why I can't wait for the NFL Combine to hit so we can look back at this and say, okay, nobody saw this quarterback, right? All of a sudden, if Ty Simpson, let's say, for example, he runs a 4.3 something. There's somebody that's going to say, you know what? Let's draft him. I think that's his name, the other quarterback. It kills us that the Oregon quarterback went back, but I'm thinking that there will be a situation and scenario that another quarterback is going to get drafted in the top 10. There got to be somebody that's going to woo. Oh, won't you woo, woo, woo? Somebody going to woo these teams, and they're going to say, you know what? We need this quarterback. There's a Daniel Jones. There's a Josh Rosen. Somebody's going to go into this draft and overdraft the quarterback. So that helps us out in this evaluation. But in order for us to get to where we need to be at, we do not need to depend on the draft. We got to handle this in free agency. Appreciate y'all. Hey, Law, I'm hearing from the grapevine that we might be looking at Fitzpatrick. I can see that. I can see that, because one of the things that, you know, a lot of people have been talking about, shout out to Sleeper, the #1 fantasy app, they've been talking about, is Donovan Wilson tenure over in Dallas, right? And Dono, he's been our guy, 444 total tackles in 7 seasons, 8 INTs, 9 forced fumbles. He's projected to get $20.8 million, 3-year contract situation. If I'm the rep for Wilson, I'm throwing my sacks in there, because the season before last he had 5.5, and there was another season the man got over 10 to 12 sacks in his career, right? And I'm not trying to be advocate with shout out to your mama Wilson and all of the Wilsons following, but I'm not trying to sit here and can the man, but he's been in the wrong type of system last season for us. He was pretty good when you had Mike Zim out there putting them closer to the LOS and these sorts. So if you get rid of Dono, what you can't do is get rid of Malik Hooker and Dono, right? And start over with a clean sheet of paper with the safeties. At some point, you got to keep some type of veteran on your team. So it's either one or the other. And if it's my opinion, and I know that a lot of you guys feel a certain way with Malik, but at least you keep some continuity before you get into this draft situation. And then if you feel like, hey, the veteran guy, I drafted someone to replace, then you can probably deal with that. But I do not want us to clean house completely. Now, Fitzpatrick, you talking about Minkah Fitzpatrick? I like what he does for the team, for what he played at, and he can play multiples. He's a free safety, and he's a box guy. There'll be lights out for us, by the way. So I do see that. Now, you can't get rid of everything, and that's what hit us in the backside last season when it was – I almost let him say, get rid of both of them. Well, hey, just make sure if you do that, then you make sure that you replace. You make sure that you replenish and replace. You do not want to go into this season with a fresh sheet of paper with nobody carry over. We saw what the impact that it had when we got rid of Jordan Lewis plus DeMarcus Lawrence, right? A lot of y'all took a dump on Jordan Lewis when he was here. A third of y'all didn't really like him, right? Y'all said it X, Y, and Z factors. Some people was like, yeah, he was pretty good and all, but y'all was trying to get rid of him. And then a third of you, other half of you guys said, D-Law, hey, man, he only plays 30% of the time on full energy because he talking about he's tired and these sorts of things. Well, if you get rid of everybody, then just understand that there will be consequences is all I'm saying. And you should keep some of your veteran guys that can talk to these boys and know the terrain off the field. Dallas is a strange area is all I can say. And if you're not from here, if you're not playing in here, and you're not knowing the terrain in here, it can cause all type of crazy things, all I'm getting at. And shout out to Dallas, but you got to have some of your veteran guys to keep them intact. I'm not advocating that you should only go that way, but what I'm advocating is just be careful for what you're wishing for, right? And that's all I'm going to say with that aspect of it, Cowboys Nation. Before I go into my other topic, I want you guys to stay in control of these moments. I want y'all to stay in control of the things that you guys do, but you can be in control of this situation when it get out of hand. Just reach out to my partners. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it. I love it, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Just click the link in the chat and use promo code LAW, 72 hours of odor control. I don't force it now. You better get in that shower, wash up under them armpits and in between that, thing in between, and then apply the Mando. And then when you use that, be sure to use promo code LAW. That's law. Ice cold said control that invisible cream. Boy, you crazy than cat ass, boy.
And they understand the cost
that is involved.
That is involved.
No doubt, man.
Damn!
No doubt, man. Hey, that 72-hour odor blocker, man. Shoot, you don't want people smelling like feet. With that being said, it's 5:10, and we want to open the platform up to those who want to call in and get in. I really appreciate y'all so much. Let's do this. If you're traveling around, I know I got more commercials than Tubi, but you gotta.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
No doubt. But it's my birthday, and I appreciate y'all. Love y'all to the stars and back. So with that being said, if you're traveling around Dallas and someone rear end you or T-bone you, right, and you looking for someone to call, you need to get out of that jam, let me tell you who you need to reach out to.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 or 817. And every 3 you can dial. Be sure to reach out to our proud partners at Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of experience. They located here in the heart of Dallas. Keep this onto your mental mindset. If you can't visit that hotline for your mind at 817 and every 3 or 214, just visit FrenkelFirm.com. Now, my hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. Cowboys Nation. 657-390-7391. Now, what we gonna do here? If no one calls in, then I'll have an early exit. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all to the stars and back. But 657-390-7391 is that hotline. Ice Cold said, I can't wait for law past my age. You know, Jerry! I'm trying to catch up with Jerry, though, by the way. Shout out to you. Hit my line. Thank you.
At $10. Happy birthday. Blah.
AI T-shirt boy. Hit my line. Come on with it. Well, I guess that hotline is a cold line. Cowboys Nation, as we depart, and I run like OJ the first time when you're doing them Hertz commercials. I might be out speaking my time here. When we get back, we're going to talk about some of the draft guys that we should assemble. I'm going to tell you, I saw Tankathon, their 3 mock draft that they had, and I didn't like it at all, so I'm not even going to go over it. But there are some guys that they had Keldrick Falk, they had C.J. Allen. Maybe I can live with C.J. Allen, but Xavier Scott, those were their 3 mock draft guys. And I'm going to tell y'all, not to beat those guys up, from the tape that I was able to see from Falk, his measurables are nice, 6'6", 270. But I don't see a lot of burst. I don't see a lot of bend from him. I see good hand placement. I'm not liking that as popping champagne bottles and being able to run to the hills and say, hey, the Cowboys season is going to be great this season, right? So C.J. Allen, just depending if we get Zach Orr as our linebackers coach, I can see something like that materializing. to a degree, Xavier Scott. I mean, I saw some good movements here and there, but it's not enough to really say, okay, that's going to get us over the hump until we see the full picture of everything. Now, this free agent class, a lot of things can change between that time frame. But for what I can see and from what I can tell, that ain't something that I'm willing to say. All right, we got somebody to sneak in on the phone line for your mind, and that's from the 979. But when I held that 9, all I can see was my mama's eyes. No one knows the struggle. They only see the trouble. What's good with you, man? What's good with you, bro? I'm about to hang it up. I'm wrapping up stuff, and I'm about to roll it up, man. But what you got for me today, bro?
Hey, man. Really, man, I didn't really have much, man, but just to sit back and tell you, wish you a happy birthday, brother Law. You know, another year on this earth. You know.
Thank you, man.
Man, we always well, I can't always speak for myself, man. I really enjoy listening, man. You know, it's really cool getting a chance to interact with you and hear your insights on when it comes to, you know, Cowboys football. But not even just that. You know, sometimes when you go a little off topic and you talk about just life and things of that nature, man, it's always cool. It's always cool to hear things like that, man. You know, so especially brother having a bad day, you know, we want to hear some good laughs and things of that nature, man. So hey, man, it's really appreciate that, man. You know, so but I hope today, man, you know, you have yourself a good birthday with your family and enjoy yourself a tomahawk steak the size of Tyron Smith's back tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I need that, man, and I thank you, man. To be able to come full circle with everything is a plus. Being able to be in the mix with everybody is a plus. We got an epic event since you're right here in Dallas. I don't know if you're going to be out of town, but on February the 5th, we doing a meet and greet Dallas meetup. It's going to be dope. It's going to be epic. It's going to be at the Concrete Cowboys. So it's a free event. Come on out, enjoy yourself, man, and mix and mingle with some of the elites in the area there. So it's going to be in Frisco. For those who don't know, I just posted a link there. Dallas meetup from 5 to 8. You know, we're going to be talking and rubbing shoulders and elbows with the good folks.
All right, that's what's up, man. Just a curious question before I, land the plane. I know, obviously, it's not even close to next season, but are you going to be doing any of those meet and greets next season, or going to be at any of the games?
We working on that, you know. You know what I'm saying? Right. So at this point, we're working on that. Most certainly, the goal would be for me not to be in this studio, but for me to be in a suite, something like that, Cowboys land. Not that I'll speak my wisdom teeth, but that all going to be done through sponsorships and stuff like that. Because everything that you're seeing is operated out of sweat equity right now.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yes,
yeah, I get that, but I'm sure everything's going to have a way of working itself out. But as always, Brother Law, appreciate that, man. You have a good birthday and be safe tonight, brother.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. That's DP,
yes,
man. Yes, indeed, for the 979. And for those who are not aware of it, Dallas Meetup, it's going to be a great deal. If you're a business, if you're thinking about being in business, especially if you're in the financial world, come on out. Let's rub some elbows and let's get some good conversation going. We have an elite panel of guys and gals, and we're going to have not just a good time. Y'all know how we go. We're going to have a great time, Cowboys Nation. All right, so if anyone else want to call in, I'm going to give y'all that opportunity. If not, I'm going to run up out of here. Appreciate y'all. I thank all of y'all love and support and adulations and all of that good stuff, Cowboys Nation. If we offended anyone, I'm being real, charge it to my beard, not my heart, Cowboys Nation. And as we depart, I think we went over most of the things that's current, right? We didn't leave out no stone unturned, didn't we? We didn't leave no stone unturned. Mama said that there will be days literally just like this. And I sure do miss Mom. I do. As every birthday goes away without her, knowing that when I had about 5,000 subscribers, And I was ready to give up and throw in the towel. I was ready to say, it's over with. She told me on that day, if you love what you're doing, you figure out a way. One way or another, once you start that Gram Insta. And that day, I started that Gram Instagram. And she said, why don't you start and kick open another Facebook page? And I was able to do that through the grace and mercy of my mom. So that mama, as much as we scale and grow, mama said that there'll be days, literally, just like this. So I'll never forget when I was sleeping out of that Camaro. You know, it was a 2-seater, so that back seat is small. It's not as long as Shaq feet. Sometimes you sleep on the passenger side and you just roll the seat all the way back. There was this cassette tape in there. Think and Grow Rich, a series that Les Brown was speaking upon. The Think and Grow Rich is a good book, though. But in that series that he was speaking, there's a motivation in Paul Harvey, Earl Nightingale, all of those boys, all of those voices of reasonings. And I put that tape in there as old school. And Les Brown said, if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Ice Cold Cowboys said, what year was that Camaro? 92, baby. 92 Camaro. So you know how that worked. Had a kill switch on it. Had to crank it up a certain way. But one of his closings he would say, and it's Les Brown, and I committed it to my heart, soul, and sinew. And it states just like this. Write this down in your heart. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, or lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and clear, and besiege and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboys Nation. I almost got choked up. Almost got choked up at the end. But I appreciate y'all as we circle this year again. Before I taste the dirt, maybe this will be a nationalized holiday on February the 2nd, beyond Grand Hawks Day. This too shall pass, Cowboys Nation, as we tote our glass for all the success that we're going to have for the 2026 season. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. And we're going to establish these things on this platform right now as today, Cowboys Nation. Stand tall or not at all. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best of hits and oldies. Come on, baby. Don't milk the bull, big homies. How about them Cowboys? Y'all.
Goodbye.
I wake up, flex,
come on.
Down that check. No drip, this wet.
Tell them run it up. Hey.
No sleep, no
come on, man. Put some fire in the chat, baby. Stretch. Come on.
I wake up, flex.
Now it's time for DJ Law to get into the building. Yeah.
Might crash, might stretch. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Hey.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Come on, baby.
I love my fans, don't need no friends.
Now it's time.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
What we say?
I'm number one up on that court. I'm
Now it's time, baby.
First one in, the last one out. Can't call me lazy.
Can't call me lazy. Can't call me lazy. I need how many?
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, baby. Let's get them 6.
I wake up, flex.
Let's roll. Those credits. Come on, baby.
No drip this. Time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Time to run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to.
Come on to the couch.
Call up Nigeria. Come through in a hurry.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. One
false move, find yourself they getting buried.
Yeah.
Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not mine, baby.
Promise to her, swore that I would change.
Come on.
I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my
name. Let's get it.
I wake up.
Come on.
Some down that check. No drip this. Tell them run it on. No sleep.
The longest outro in the land. Baby. Appreciate you.
I wake up. Flex.
Come on.
Down that check. No drip this. Tell them run it on.
Yeah.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Tell them run it on.
Appreciate you, Sadiq. I see you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I see you. Thank you for the $50 holla. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sadiq Charles. Thank you so much for your support. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Yeah. The sounds of soft souls and hits oldies. Appreciate you. If you're still live on the Instagram, I really appreciate you. One love. Review it. And you.
For you. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the
street lights hit you. I be your player too. I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do, player too. Yo, come on. Yes, Sadiq Charles, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support, your love, and adulation. Come on. Until next time.